Okay, so welcome back to the series here. First things first, completed all of the crimes, or the petty thefts, all that sort of stuff, car accidents, blah blah blah. Got a couple of skill points. Haven't done them yet, so I'm gonna go with Defender, of course. I saw some air tricks. And get rid of those. There we go. I can fling myself around, do some fun stuff while I'm swinging. So, realized about halfway through completing the crimes that there are going to be a few collectible sort things that I can do all at once. Mainly being the backpacks and the pictures around the city. There's also Wilson Fisk, don't know why I said Wilson Fisk construction sites that need to be completed. So all three of those can be done at once while I'm swinging around. So that's probably what this part's going to be. But in order to get the Fisk hideouts and the pictures, I need to progress with the story just a little bit more. So that's what we're doing here. I'm going to include timestamps on some stuff probably. Let you guys know when you can skip ahead to if you want to. Trying to think what else. Oh, right. I clipped 2 parts from the towers, the activation towers. So I'm probably going to include those now.
Would you look at that? Half the crime tower's back up already.
When Spider Cop's on the job, come hell or high water, the job gets...
Nope.
She'd never admit it, but the chief was warming up to Spider Cop. His casual disregard for by-the-book thinking was a breath of fresh air. She'd come around someday.
And that's that. Every crime tower in the city's now repaired.
Pretty good work, right?
Pretty good, yeah.
Good enough that maybe you'd let a certain someone celebrate with us?
Fine, but make it quick.
The odds were long, the danger close. But between Spider Cop's reckless intuition and the Chief's determined planning, they got the job done.
Aw, that's kinda sweet.
A pairing of opposites, like peanut butter and chocolate, or breakfast for dinner. The two work together.
And we're done. Talk to you later, Spider Cop.
She's coming around, right? Yeah, definitely.
Alright, let's get on with it.
Looks like Doc's gone for the night. Time to sneak in some spider work.
Just gonna double check these. Make sure there's nothing new. I don't think there is. Oh, look at that, there is. Alright.
Interesting. Doc's hardwiring in a basic spatial mapping system. Very cool. Arms need to tune the arm's gyro to auto-orient.
Someone needs to remind me to set a timer as well. I'm terrible at this already. We're gonna make do. It's all good.
Done. This will really help users maintain their equilibrium while wearing the prosthetic. Doc's trying to lower the overall power consumption of the prosthetic.
I'll go this way, I think. Let's see. Look at that.
Great. Way more efficient. Probably safer, too. What was Doc working on with this?
Thought I grabbed the wrong one there. I'm all good.
Great conductivity. Not sure about long-term wear and tear, though. Might delaminate easily. Doc was testing the biocompatibility of graphene.
Now here's where I'm gonna look stupid. So, bear with me. Yeah, it's starting already. My brain hurts. There we go. Look at that. Expect, this is only my 20th playthrough. I'd be able to
Great.
figure this out by now.
Pretty high cytotoxicity. Not sure I'd use this as tissue interface.
Okay, back to the story.
Graduation. Feels so long ago. I interned for Doc in college. He made me realize I could do as much good for the world in a lab coat as I could in tights. Maybe more.
What's
Doc's
this?
made huge breakthroughs his whole career, but he's always been upstaged. Usually by Oscorp. This time, it's going to be different.
Parker,
Dr. Octavius, what you got there?
Chinese. If I know you'd be here, I would have. What are you working on?
Oh, just a side project.
Of course. It's you.
I don't know what
Oh,
you're...
come on, Parker. It's obvious.
Let me explain.
I only wish you told me sooner.
I wanted to, but I was afraid that if word got out, my family might be in danger.
Huh. Yes. I guess if you design his equipment, you're bound to be a target too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't worry. Your secret's safe. Well, I'll leave you to it.
Check your email. Hope this isn't how Doc fires me.
Peter, the revelation of your second job as Spider-Man suit crafter, is that the right term? Is a reminder of the good man and partner you are. No matter how hard you work, you still find time to help others. I hope you don't mind, but I noticed the suit was a bit damaged, and I took the liberty of sketching up some of my own improvements. Attached are a few ideas I had on how you could enhance his suit and help protect Spider-Man, who does so much for this city. Looking forward to the incredible work that we are doing and changing the world together. Your partner and friend, Otto.
White spider, huh? That should do it.
Alright, new suit, here we go.
Excuse me, late for work! Coming through!
Looking good, Spidey!
Hello, New York! Haha! New suit, same old me. So...
Yeah, not ready for the DLC yet. Thanks, game. Okay, let's do this.
Spider-Man, I think I figured out how Fisk's men are keeping his rackets running. Construction sites.
Wasn't that shut down when he was arrested?
No, it's one of his legitimate businesses. Multiple investors. We can't act without cause.
But now you've got that, right?
That's why I'm hoping you can keep an eye on the locations. Tell me if you see anything suspicious.
You got it. I'll be your nosy neighborhood Spider-Man. Yuri, I'm at a Fisk construction site, and there's a lot of guys here who aren't exactly constructing.
What are they doing?
I want to go find out. Huh, just got a text from Doc. Looks like he attached an idea for a Spidey gadget. Man, does he ever stop inventing?
Ooh. Okay, perfect.
Wow, this looks like it could work.
Let's see.
Awesome. Doc would be proud.
What's that?
Nap time.
It ain't over till it's over.
Oh, I know. But I remember when he was a punk kid, the boss used to hand his ass on the plate.
I thought the boss killed him.
He did. Lenny says there's more than one Spider-Man.
Bite your tongue. That boss might be in jail. Spider's still gonna
Sleep it off.
So I think I'm just gonna go into this one loud, actually, and skip the stealth part to it.
Spider-Man's here, and he's picking us off.
Okay, get up. Get up. There we go. There we go.
send Eric's crew over.
Got eyes on Spider-Man.
Not what I wanted. It's all good, though.
Regret that.
Got some bonus objectives here.
With the Kingpin and live.
Gonna try to get through them, but
Show me what you got.
we'll see.
You won't do that twice.
Uh-oh, more of them.
You got Davey. Dave, die.
Spider-Man, turns out we busted 4 illegal firearms dealers within a 3-block radius of that site.
Gun running. Let's see what I can do to cut down the supply.
How'd he do that?
Personally, I like the Miles Morales locations a bit better. I wasn't the biggest fan of the DLC
Dang,
parts,
looks like they called their buddies.
like the DLC missions where you have to go into the bases and stuff. I don't know. I didn't really enjoy them. I found the mission objectives were pretty intense.
Oh, hey, more
First
guys.
off,
Welcome to the party. House rules. Leave your shoes at the door. Unless
second
you're
off,
already
those
shopping,
chain
which
gun
case,
guys,
place
oh my
sucks
god.
already.
They gave me nightmares when the game came out. They were awful, but we'll get there eventually. Just not for a while.
Get down. I'm tired of you. So am I.
Eat this guy.
Drop a comment. Let me know who your favorite Spidey villain is.
Anyone want to surrender? No?
Personally,
Get down here and fight.
fine. I don't know if you could call her a villain. It would be Black Cat. I love the relationship with Spidey and the toxicity that comes with it. Just makes things interesting, you know? It's something fresh.
Painful.
Ignore me punch in the air there.
Die. What are we supposed to do against that?
these guys? There they are. Yeah, I didn't get that finisher one, but that's okay. Didn't get the finisher challenge. That's what I mean.
Place is locked down, Captain. Actually, webbed down.
And someone finally reported shots fired, so I've got officers inbound. Good work. Fisk has more construction sites throughout the city, vetting their fronts too. Keep an eye out, and report in if you see anything suspicious.
So yeah, that's gonna be the next episode or two. Can be a little bit boring at times, but stick with me. We'll get through it.
If I'm gonna find all of Fisk's construction sites, I should recalibrate my mapping software to be more accurate. Using a depth map post-process on photos of popular landmarks should do it. And I know just the one to start with. Good old Empire State. Man, I love this town. Time to grab a snapshot. That'll do it. Map should be recalibrated now. Haven't done much photography since quitting the Bugle. Forgot how much I enjoy it. Should keep an eye out for more landmarks to shoot.
I think I'm gonna speed run most of these photos, just because there's a lot. There are a ton. So we'll just we'll fly through those super quick. All right, you know, got the suits down here. Okay, perfect. Okay, we'll start with the financial district. Know what? We'll go backwards. We'll yeah. Start with Chinatown.
Huh, it's Mr. Lee. Hello?
Peter, it's Martin Lee. I just wanted to let you know we need a little extra time to get set for May's party. I guess the cake delivery is stuck in traffic.
Oh, sure thing. Just let me know when you're ready and I'll swing by.
Great. Talk to you soon.
Okay, got some time to kill. Let's see what's happening out in the city.
Gonna be a lot of looking at maps this episode. I can only make it so interesting. Oh, right, that's the other thing. Thanks, game, for reminding me. Side missions. As of right now, there are at least 2 that I know of that need to be completed. I will be doing those at some point.
All I did was save this kid's balloon from floating away, and he made me this. It's the little things that make it all worth it. Tried mixing up a prototype web fluid at Oscorp while Harry had his internship there. Didn't work. That place has always been bad luck for me.
We'll head this way. Get some pictures.
The Williamsburg Bridge. A convenient route to someplace else I can't afford to live. Confucius Plaza. I could use some of his wisdom right about now. Hi, Mr. Muggins. If this is about the rent...
Mr. Parker, this call serves as your third and final warning. Eviction proceedings.
Wait! I get paid at the end of the week. I can... Oh.
Eviction proceedings will start Friday unless full payment is received by close of business. Good day.
Yeah, good day.
Okay, head up in this direction. I'm just hitting buttons for the sake of it at this point. This is gonna be great. I feel very disorganized. I am a completionist with basically every single game that I play.
Hi, Mr. Lee.
Hey, Peter. We're all set for the party whenever you're ready.
Cool, I'm on my way.
Yeah, so completionist with almost every game that I play. Always have been since I was really little. Kind of unfortunate.
Spider plushie! Oh, a toy designer made this prototype to get me to license my likeness. Too bad there's no way to get paid without revealing my identity. My injured shoulder eventually healed. The bill took a lot longer to pay.
Yeah, comment below as well if this is your first time watching any Spider-Man gameplay, or if you've played it yourself. Let me know what your favorite mission was. Try to keep spoilers out of it.
Card for the nightclub. Harry always tried to include me.
Or if you absolutely hate the game, tell me about that as well, and why. Although I haven't heard of anyone disliking this game, so I feel like it's pretty unanimous in being popular and loved by fans. So makes it a great game.
Maybe this will help me balance work and a personal life, if I ever find time to read it. That's a keeper.
Damage control. They are the group. I don't think. See, I don't want to lie, but I'm pretty sure they are just from the MCU and this game. Looks like this was
Nice composition, if I do say so myself.
first kind of time that they were seen outside of the MCU. And obviously, we know what they are within
My Wilson Fisk Science Prize trophy. And
the MCU
check.
there.
I couldn't turn it down without arousing suspicion, but no way was I going to take his money, even though we could have used it. I did accept the lifetime supply of backpacks, though. Great! Forgot how much I love photography. Beautiful. Nailed it. I bought this used graphing calculator at a pawn shop. Stopped working in the middle of a trig exam. Huh, you get what you pay for.
Where to next? To this way. Let's do it. Also, I know in the last episode I asked who your favorite Spider-Man was, but also include what's your favorite iteration if you're more into the like 90s cartoon. Let me know. I'm looking for different
Superheroing
Spidey
doesn't
fans,
leave
you
much
know?
time for good hygiene. Gotta get it where I can.
Or maybe you're into the new stuff, like Into the Spider-Verse. Personally, I love those movies. I think it really fits the bill of Spider-Man, just the characters, the development, all that sort of stuff. It's great, in my opinion.
Ooh, love that shot.
Trinity Church, if you guys have played Miles Morales, you already know this is a good spot. Not a good spot. Important spot.
The infamous dumpling recipe. Should have come with step 10. Try not to burn everything in MJ's apartment. People know my parents died in a plane crash, but I still can't tell anyone they were government agents. Wish I knew more about them. I wish anyone did.
Hit up this Fisk site. See what's cracking. Ooh, that's a bad
Yuri,
spot.
this construction site's about as legit as the watches they sell in Times Square.
I don't have evidence for a warrant. You go in, you're on your own.
What else is new?
Also, who's your favorite Spider-Man character outside of Spider-Man? Let me know. More of a MJ fan, Gwen fan, Aunt May. You like Harry? Obviously, I asked who the best villain was in your opinion, but let's see who's the best side character. That's an important one. Now, I'm gonna be super boring here. Stand here. Let these guys swing at me. Hey, come here. Where are you running?
Take him down. I'll get him for you.
Guy's a terrible shot.
Keep him on the ground.
Come on, you next. There we go. Thank you. With you. Thanks. Appreciate it. You again. Awesome.
Open wide.
Yep. Have a mouthful of web, dude. And come on, last one. There it is. Now we'll go crazy on these guys.
You guys are late. Don't worry. I got plenty of face kicks left.
Back him. Can't hit him in the air. Keep him on the ground.
My favorite move. Under air launch.
Kick his ass.
Really? More guys? I don't have this many friends.
We'll take you alive or dead. Let him win. Get back now.
Spider-Man, I checked records and that site's been getting deliveries from cartel front companies.
They're moving drugs, huh? Not for long.
Oh, great, more of them. Guys, Fisk isn't here. You could have just bailed.
You ever shut the hell up? You're sending us out. You son of a...
Man, I wish the Hammerhead thugs were this
It's only
easy.
acceptable if you're all showing up in clown cars.
Those guys are crazy later.
Take him down. I can't punch him if he's in the air. Get ready for some pain. Somebody shoot him down. There's a rampage up. What's it take to stop this guy? Keep him on the ground or we don't stand a chance.
Oh, that's it. Perfect. 171 combo. Nice and easy.
Yuri, I got a bunch of incapacitated criminals and designer narcotics all wrapped up and waiting for you.
Great, I'll just consider this an anonymous tip.
Never realized how long parts of this game is until I started to time it. Always feels way quicker.
Aunt May's recipe for wheat cakes. I could never make it work on my own.
Poor Spidey. What else do we want here? Shell padding. There we go. Perfect. Grab these 2 backpacks and we'll hit up that side mission.
Peter, good news. I think I smoothed things over with the Grant Committee. If Lance Corporal Texador's fitting tomorrow goes well, we should be okay.
That's fantastic, Doc. We're back on track.
Provisionally, as long as our little incident escaped the mayor's attention. You'll be at the fitting tomorrow?
Definitely. It'll go great. We're gonna change the world, Doc.
I'll settle for not starting any more fires. See you tomorrow, Peter. Here's to a successful day.
Used these electrician's gloves in my first fight with Electro. Gave me the idea to add insulation to my costume, which saved my bacon more than once. My ESU ID badge from my semester as a teaching assistant. Didn't have time to stick with it, but I could definitely see teaching again someday.
I love how involved Fisk stays throughout this game as well, through the side missions and into
Wasn't me.
Miles Morales
I mean,
as
what
well.
towers?
I don't mind. In fact, I need your help. I think someone's jamming the system, and they must be using multiple jammers to cover the full frequency range. Could you take a look? If you help, I promise I won't tell anyone you're hacking us.
I prefer to call it sharing, but sure. The jammers emit a signal I can detect. Just need to swing through the financial district and hunt for a signal. Found a signal. Just need to follow it.
Alright, we going guns blazing here.
Fisk's men.
Let's see.
This is my shock face.
Weak now? You're not fooling. Get back down here.
Ooh.
Your tongue.
He's fine.
Got it. Shoddy workmanship.
40 says Spider-Man doesn't kill. He just launches you off the side of the building.
I just took out a jamming device. That do anything?
No, but like I said, there's probably a bunch of them.
Makes sense. I'll track him down. I wonder if
What's going
Fisk's
on
men
up
had
here?
anything. Aw, they had a jamming party and didn't invite me. Nighty night.
He's dead now. Keep him on the ground. Hit him. Fisk will have our ass if we don't take him down. Come on.
Sometimes breaking stuff is the answer. And it's fun too.
Spider-Man, it's working. I'm starting to get a weak signal. It's garbled, but I picked up something about Fisk and outfits.
Fisk was the kingpin of crime, but he didn't deal in knockoff fashion. The sooner the system is fixed, the sooner we know what they're planning. Found you. Only one jammer left.
It's him. You want some? Somebody shoot him down. On. Fisk will have our ass if we don't take him down. Don't back down! Back away from him! You're not bulletproof!
Guy's having a rough day. Oh man.
Okay,
what's
that's
going
the
on
last
there?
of them. The system should be
Oh,
back online.
he's good.
Spider-Man, the crime system's working again.
Great. Any more info on Fisk's men or those outfits?
No, but the system's reporting unauthorized activity down by the docks. I'm sending coordinates now.
I'll check it out. Gotta get to the docks before they escape.
Guns. Enough firepower for a small army. Whatever they're planning to do with those, it's nothing good. Gotta find out what those guns are for.
What's that?
No snoring now.
Extra muscle. Because if things go south, we'll need all the firepower we can get. Really think this plan can work? After how much these ideas
Be a little more sneaky with this part.
Boss might be in jail. We still got a job to do. Checking on a note.
You're in timeout.
Free! There you are!
You know, or we're just going to do that. That works too. There. Perfect.
Now maybe I can figure out what's going on. Guns, prison guard uniforms, and spoofed ID cards. They were planning to bust Fisk out of the raft.
Sorry to spoil your prison break, guys.
Oh, that guy's crazy. Tossed a grenade right in the middle of us.
Down. Hit him! I can't reach him!
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to know how involved in the plot of the next game Fisk is going to be. We've already got a pretty decent lineup of villains. We got Venom for sure, the Lizard, Kraven, from the looks of it, Wraith. I know Shocker was teased in the trailer, so was Black Cat and the Prowler. As long as Screwball isn't in it. And voila.
Looks like New York's finest have it from here.
Everything's clear on my end, too. Thanks for restoring the system, Spider-Man. I won't tell anyone you're piggybacking on it, but if you get caught, you're on your own.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to delete my selfies from the crime system servers.
Okay, we'll move up into Greenwich. What other side missions are there? Got the one up there. Okay, that's what I thought. Let's see.
My loyal listeners, brushheads they call themselves, though never quite understood why, will remember my warnings about the downright Orwellian crime monitoring system the city was installing. It's not operating. Why, you ask? Because someone came to their senses and realized they'd be violating civil liberties? Wrong! Because those incompetent bureaucrats built a network that crashes more often than a wino driving a bumper car. So your tax dollars got wasted, and there's nothing to show for it.
An
Shut up,
Oscorp
Jonah.
visitor badge from when I interviewed there. Would have paid well, but Dr. Octavius offered the chance to really make a difference.
Also, I am aware that there are a number of like secret photo locations
Perfect.
I won't be doing those. Just with the amount that I'm already putting
Empire
in here.
State University, the old
Be way
alma
too
mater,
much.
and holder of my student loans. That's a keeper. Funny, my fear of heights didn't go away when I got my powers. Had to climb to the top of the Empire State to get over that.
That one I can take a picture of?
Love it.
Yes, it is. Look at that.
Good shot.
Really phoning it in on the pictures here.
My underarm webs. Thought they might help me glide short distances, but they never really worked. Looked cool, though.
Can't wait to see how those affect the traversal in the new game. That'll be interesting. I wonder if there's going to be any callback to that.
I thought web swinging would let me get pizzas delivered fast. And it did. Fast and smashed. Prom boutonniere. Crushed when I had to fight Fisk. Kinda symbolizes my luck with relationships. Pardon me! Hey, my Mark I web shooters. Managed to improve the storage capacity a lot since then, but the basic design's still the same.
Really love the detail that they put into this game and the amount of effort that went behind it. Like, I just can't get enough of this, seriously. It's insane. Like, yeah, all the rendering for the city, it's crazy.
Magnifique! When the vulture cracked my eye lens, it almost blinded me. That was a wake-up call. Had to upgrade to a stronger material.
The backstory on everything.
That's a keeper.
Right down here. Right? There it is. Yeah.
The
I was going
jammer I
crazy.
whipped up to jam Vulture's wings. Too bad he improved them after that. With this vial of the lizard's blood, I was able to mix up a cure and turn him back into Dr. Connors. Too bad it didn't last.
That sounded weird. I don't know what that was.
Forgot how much I love photography. Took a bullet from the cops back when they thought I was working with Electro. Good thing textbooks are thick. Too bad they're also expensive.
Ah, it's still usable. It's tiny.
The Daily Bugle. Always a great paper. Even more now that Jameson's retired. Masterpiece.
Josie's Bar. If you're a Daredevil fan, you already know that spot. Don't need to explain it.
Nice composition, if I do say so myself.
Okay, got a couple backpacks left here.
Got some good parts from this old cell phone. Wonder what I could accomplish with a real budget instead of dumpster diving.
Be like a super-powered Batman. Thank you, game. About to say, where's my location?
After I got my powers, I didn't need my glasses anymore. Told everyone I got laser eye surgery with money from the Fisk Science Prize.
And now for listener emails. May from Queens writes, "You're so full of anger and I wish you'd get help managing it. It's terrible for your health." Now I know she speaks from a place of concern, but this is a common misconception that I have to correct. I'm not full of anger. I'm full of love. I call out injustice, corruption, and crimes against humanity because I adore this city, and I want it to be better. What you hear in my voice, it's nothing but love.
Good old Jonah. So, I think the move is going to be finished Midtown. And we'll just continue this in the next part. Should have another side mission up near Central Park. Hopefully get to continue with some of the story as well.
Fisk beat the hell out of me with these. I almost used them for evidence, until MJ pointed out I was trespassing, so I'd probably end up in jail. Typical Parker luck. This article blaming Spider-Man for electro-killing cops was the last straw. I had to quit taking pictures that helped Jameson print lies about me.
Well, speaking of Black Cat.
Captain Watanabe gave me her cell number when she finally decided to trust me. She's risking a lot. If anyone finds out she's helping me, she'll lose her job.
Good old picture over there. Love to see it.
Got it. Nice. When MJ and I applied for this lease, I thought we'd move in together. Instead, we broke up. I can be pretty oblivious sometimes. Ooh, love that shot.
Sincaria, once again, if you're a Marvel fan, you probably know where that is. Not a real country, but that plays in later in the story and the DLCs.
Rhino almost killed me until I broke this chip off his horn and figured out what his costume's made of. Still wasn't easy to beat him. My back still aches just thinking about it. Beautiful. I wonder if King T'Challa got his
Great
powers from
picture.
being bitten by a radioactive panther. Dude's tough, but that'd still probably hurt.
What am I doing? There we go.
Almost forgot I bought this snow globe for Aunt May. I think I get my love for this city from her.
Yeah, I think you did forget about it, because you left it in a backpack. Who am I to judge?
And that's why Jonah paid me the big bucks.
Where Avengers Tower is in the movies. Fun little fact. It's the MetLife building in real life.
I could never give this prototype spider tracer enough range to be useful. But I did adapt the tech into my web traps, which really come in handy. That's a keeper.
Okay, game, what else we got here? Swing this way. Alright, there we go.
My thesis paper on neurotechnology. This got me the job with Dr. Octavius.
Is a backpack up north. We'll do that first.
Fisk Tower. If I was them, I might start thinking about a new name. This piece of the Shocker's original uniform showed me how to protect myself from his blasts. Of course, they always upgrade, don't they? Nice. May's party is gonna start soon.
Bunch of locations all in one corner.
Love it. Never finished this application for the coffee bean. Would have paid more than what I'm doing now. Oh, man,
to wash this gym shirt 6 years ago. P.U.
So, definitely
Beautiful.
going to have to continue these into part 3. Which is a little bit unfortunate, but
When a regular maximum security prison just isn't enough.
pretty sure Midtown has more than like 3 districts combined, so should be fairly
Last
quick.
ball game Uncle Ben ever took me to. I need to get this framed. I could really use his advice now.
Folks, you've heard me express grave concern about the risk to civil...
But yeah, that'll just about wrap up part 2 here. Keep your eyes out, and part 3 should be coming fairly soon. We'll finish up top half here, and then we will get back into the main story. Alright, thank you for watching.